Hearken! Hearken, for finally I have brought the long-awaited news. I can hardly believe what I hold in my hands. It is a thing of beauty, the symbol of food, is it not? No, I have never tasted pizza. The hermit Papa John and his son Little Caesar are careful guardians of the delicacy. It is said their dwelling hides so much of it to be called Pizza Hut. When the time of the prophecy comes, when the food monarchs reign supreme, the doors of the Pizza Hut will be open for all to enjoy the delicacy. I did not think I would live to see that day either. We toiled thanklessly towards the hope that these monarchs would appear to free us from hunger. Many, I fear, have already resigned themselves to the thought that they forever be forced to taste only bland food. The nobles have hoarded the richest tasting foods, doling it out sparingly to only their favourite peasants and craftsmen. Pardon me for dwelling on the current status of the world when we have the future to think of. Here is the prophecy as told by the dominoes through the mouth of the hermit. Papa John was adamant that this to be told throughout the land so we might see the domination of food sooner. Of course. It is prophesied by the dominoes through the mouth of Papa John to be delivered by the hand of Little Caesar from the land of Pizza Hut, where the crusts are thick, the pepperoni rolls and the savoury smell of good food drifts through the air. Yes, this is necessary. The entirety of the prophecy is needed to be recited to keep the potency of the words. All right, fine. I won't repeat that part. It made me pretty hungry too. The thought of entering the land of the hermit simply to have a whiff of their pizza. I imagine the mist around their land is just the scent of their food, drifting about in a protective veil. Who would want to attack someone after smelling such succulence? Forgive me. Thinking of finally tasting a pizza when the food monarch reign has greatly captured my attention. After having such constant tasteless food, the thought of having a burst of flavour makes my mouth water greatly. Thank you. I knew you would understand. Now where was I? Where the crust thick, savoury smells... Here. The time of bland and tasteless food will end with the rise of the Burger King. His power shall be incomplete until he finds his Dairy Queen shrouding the land in a wealth of food, but lacking in an abundance of taste until this quest is finished. That is a good question. The prophecy doesn't mention who the Burger King will be in any capacity. Perhaps it will simply be a title for someone to inherit. Let me check the scroll. It isn't neatly written by any means. Perhaps the dominoes gave the foretelling in bits and pieces. That could be why it took so long. IHOP? Well, yes, I suppose I do. The excitement of this prophecy has me hopping about all over the place. The Burger King is coming to end this blight of blandness. Alright, I'll look close to see how the Burger King might be found. Here it is in the margins of the prophecy. We must follow a giant red lobster that is holding a cold stone. The Burger King will swear his oath to uphold the legacy of good food forevermore upon this cold stone to begin his reign. It says this bit in really tiny writing. The lobster can be found by a Cracker Barrel. I have no idea. Wait a minute. There is something else scrawled here. What's it say? I think it could be a Denny. Find Denny to try the chili, which will lead the seeker to the Cracker Barrel. I cannot fathom the meaning of it either. I suppose Denny is a name. Maybe we need to find someone called Denny and try their chili. I don't know how this will help find the red lobster, but it's what the prophecy says. How dare you! Why would I make up the prophecy of the foretold time of the good food? We've all been waiting for this day for such a long time. I don't even know how you could accuse me of such blasphemy. I would be putting a black mark across the name of all good food if I were making all of this up. Besides, where would I get all of these strange names? All right, fine. You know how to read, don't you? Why don't you read that bit for yourself before letting me get on with my job? Thank you. You made me lose my place. Red lobster, swear upon the cold stone. No, I need the main... Here. Maybe here? Do you remember where we were in the main part of the prophecy? Not the part about finding the Burger King or the red lobster. The other part. Oh! Right, that was where we were. Thank you. Since I hop all around the place, it can be difficult for me to remember where I started. Anyways, the Burger King and the Dairy Queen must make a choice of path. They must take either the Panda Express or the subway to get to their wedding ceremony. One will lead their reign to be an audacious one, full of hardships for completing their overall goal of good food. The other will lead to a prosperity of piquant pickings for an eternity of their reign. It does not give an indication of which might be the proper path, in any way, not even in the margins. That must be a challenge for their majesties to face together. Perhaps that is how they learn a crucial lesson for their reign. Ah, you are correct. It would also have been important for their marriage specifically. We shall not be privy to their personal life, however. We'll only know the results of their actions. Yes, maybe the exalted buffalo of wild wings bless their choice that it might bring about the best option for all of their kingdom. In the name of spice, we pray. Of course the prophecy does not end there. The Burger King and his Dairy Queen will then be taken to be married in a beautiful olive garden, or their residence, I believe it means castle. Yes, a white castle. It's written here in the margin. Is being built with their ever-present symbol of a great Taco Bell upon its peak. The new couple must seek out their royal court. It's quite the lengthy prophecy. I suppose the Dominoes did not want to leave anything up to chance. After all, the fate of all the taste rests in the balance of this prophecy. Should it waver even a fraction, we might be doomed to bland food for all eternity. I'm calm. I know our ancestors have to face a lifetime of bland food. I can do nothing less while the Burger King and his court are on their epic journey. Alright. The first of the court shall be the noble Five Guys. They shall guard their majesties on their journey across the land, searching far and wide. The second of the court shall be a Colonel Sanders, who will lead their army of Applebees, a fearsome force that the other kingdoms will tremble before. I've not heard of the Applebees either, my friend. Perhaps they are very large versions of the bees we know? With an apple shading to them, that would make perfect sense. I would like to speculate upon these Applebees longer, but I do have other towns to reach with this wondrous news. Shall I continue? The reminders of their court shall be two jesters, a clown named Ronald and a man named Jack, who shall live in a box. Upon their return, the royal couple will settle down to their duties. They will be gifted with two children, a daughter named Wendy and a son named Carl Jr. No, that isn't quite the end of this prophecy. Yes, there is a tiny bit more here. There's something written in the margins about someone named Jimmy Johns. There's also a Chuck E. Cheese, and something about Starbucks. But it's all gibberish to me, so I do not intend to read those bits out. I'm hopping again, yes, I am. Let me finish up this last bit then. Upon the birth of the second child, the dominion of food shall be graced by a majestic red robin. This bird shall soar across the skies of the kingdom to bestow the sonic blessing upon those that are worthy. Wait, let me finish this properly. Thus ends the prophecy as foretold by the dominoes through the mouth of the hermit Papa John's to be delivered by his son, Little Caesar, from the land of Pizza Hut. And so on and so forth. You are welcome, my friend. Now I have tarried here far too long. There are other towns that need to hear the good news. Spread it to your townfolk. Spread it to all that will hear, noble or peasant. The dominion of food has come at last. Praise be to the Burger King. Blessed by the buffalo of wild wings are we.